Welcome to Advanced Vedic Mathematics course. Phase 2 Purushottam Yoga. Sthapatya. Lesson 58. Transidental cavity. Within creator's space, 4 space, hypercube 4, at its origin seat, a transcendental origin, there happens a phenomenon of melting of the transcendental seal itself. At the origin seat, the transcendental seal, when it melts, the same creates a transcendental cavity at the origin seat, and this cavity at the origin seat acquires a creative boundary. The creative boundary of the transcendental cavity as such permits inflow for the transcendental content which has reached creator's space through its cosmic window. Eastern cosmic window from Puru, TC value 21. The flow of transcendental content from orb of the sun as 7 streams, 7 colors of rainbow. This transcendental content flow enters the creator's space through its cosmic window, eastern cosmic window, and it enters, and there happens a manifestation of a creative boundary of 10 components. A raised to power 5 is to 10, B raised to power 4, and this creative boundary makes inflow permissibility within the cavity. Hypercube 5 space domain superimposed by solid order having a flow within the transcendental cavity, and there happens a 8-directional frame formate. Let us visit it slow by slow, step by step, sequence by sequence, as to the inflow of the transcendental content within the transcendental cavity. 6 space Surya, Sun, 7 space Origin, a pole star. From here there is a flow of 7 streams of 7 space content as Surya Rashmi, and this Surya Rashmi of value 13 plus 17 is equal to 13 is H8. So it along the 8 directional frame, this is northeast corner, it is Agni cone, it is of value 30. So in the 8 directional frame, the process within the transcendental cavity is of the format that here in Agni cone H8 northeast corner there happens a flow in. The transcendental cavity is having a creative boundary, creative envelope. There are 10 4-space components, 5-space hypercube 5 is of a solid order, and this flow for this content as such is going to be of 8 directional frame format wise, and the process wise spatial dimensional format of 4-space means quadruple spatial dimensions, have the superimposition of the solid order, and it is this superimposition of the solid order makes value 81, 3 raised to power 4. The transcendental cavity of 10 components, each having a seal, transcendental seal, there is a retention of 21 TCV units, and 21 multiplied by 10 is equal to 210. 81 are the components in the creative cavity, this, and then the 5-space body, the solid body has its flow. It is 3, 4, 5 and 6 makes 18, 210, 81 and 18 make 309, and this is the TCV value of the text of chapter 15 Shloka 1. Shloka 1 of chapter 15 is a text which leads to 309 TCV value. These components have the split as that 290 are being manifestation of the creative boundary of 10 components, and within this cavity the 5-space content as 5-space body of a solid order. So it is this solid order which has 81 units, and this body itself is 18, and so 210, 18, and this is 309, and it is this which is making our Ashvatha. The first phase is a phase of a chase of shlokas 1 to 6, and these shlokas will help us appreciate Ashwatha, a tree which is a tree of specific transcendental features, as that its roots are upward and its stem is downward. This tree is no more visible form in Manushya-lok. Shloka 2 specifies as that Manushya-lok means 29, means hypercube 4, as 2, 3, 4 and 5, remanifesting as hypercube 14, and there are as many as 29 versions, and this value is equal to the value of Brahma. Means this tree, Ashwatha, is not properly established format within the Manushya-lok. That means within the space of the creator, that is within H14. These 29 geometries are there. These 29 geometries format as it is of a creator's space, as it is of the manifestation format. The Ashwatha is not established in this domain. Ashwatha is a tree which has its roots upwards and its stem is downwards, while here we are having stem upward and the roots are beneath the earth. That means one way to visualize it is that if we are here in India and if we see a tree in America at a point which straightway can be taken to be connected through the core of the earth, then the tree here which has this form and the tree here which has this form is going to be an reflection image, mirror image like, and the separation format is going to be a plate of 8 directional frame, and if we are within 4 space only, then we are having 4 quarters squares, and these quarter squares are as 4 squares will have a contribution of 9 components, 4 corner points, 4 boundary lines and 1 center. The second square, when is synthesized, then these 3 components being common will have a contribution ahead for by the second is 6. So these 4 squares when synthesized will contribute 9, 6, 6 and 4, 25. It is this format which is coming in our way to glimpse the happening within the transcendental cavity. Transcendental cavity is having a creative boundary, and it is within it there is a flow of a transcendental body, a 3 space as dimensional order of 5 space. Within 4 space we are having 2, 2, 2 and 2, this format, summation value 8. But here within the transcendental domain, we are having a format of 3 and a 5. There are 3 dimensions and it is a 5-space domain. There is a change of a format. There is a shift in the features of the format. And it is this feature for whose comprehension we have to be parallel with the Purushottam Yoga. Purushottam Yoga takes us from spatial order 4 space to 4 spatial dimensions to solid order 5 space. How we can have a transition from spatial order 4 space to solid quadruple dimensions. For it, we have to follow the way chapter 15 of 20 shlokas setup and of Pushpika 49 as a single watch of Shri Bhagavan. And these values 37, Vachas having 59, Purushottam is 49, and value 15 is equal to small h4. So in a way, now we are entering the half units mathematics. H4 is a spatial order space, and this spatial format plane permits a pair of units, and these pair of units are going to be 2 as a 1 and 1 as a 2, or in other words, single axis and then pair of axes together. Both will be playing their role. It is this shift from H4 to half unit 4 is 15. Further, 15 is parallel with the dimensional frame of 5 space. 15 is also equal to the 15 geometries of a 7 space. This 15 value is 5 plus 5 plus 5. 3 transcendental dimensions are sufficient, and 5 solid dimensions as well take us to this value. It is this mathematics which is being availed, which is being worked out. So 15 of these features, then 20 is the value which is of D7. So it is the 7 space content which is being followed here, and 20 is the value of the flow of a Divya Ganga Parvaha 9, 7, 3 and 1. So along the soul syllable Om, through its components, Bindu Sarovar at orb of the sun as 6 space as a dimension will take us to 9 space as origin, and 9 space will lead to 7 space as its dimension, and then there will be manifestation. Now 20 is the value of 9731 Divya Ganga Parvaha. These features for why chapter 15 is having 20 shlokas, and then 49 we know it takes us to a grid 6 cross 8 accommodating all the 48 double digit numbers in 7th place, and first triple digit number is 100, which is 49 and 51. So on 10 place value system, the 49 Purushottam Yoga takes us a step ahead of the dimensional frame of 6 space up till its dimension of dimension level. These all features, as these are simultaneously at work, and in terms thereof, our endeavor shall be to appreciate as to how the transcendental content flowing from sun, Surya, through its rays Surya Rashmi, is entering 5 space domain through Agni cone, all yojanas H8, and it is this phenomenon which is 5, 6, 7, and 8, how 5 spaces dimension takes us to 8 space, and this flow is within the cavity. It is this transcendental content flow within the transcendental cavity which is to be chased. Purushottam Yoga is chasing this. It is not a chase within a creator's space. First point to be remembered, to be kept in mind. All manifestations are within 4 space. Brahma, TCVL 29, is the creator. The creator is being created by Lord Shiv, Transcendental Lord. And the Transcendental Lords takes up till its dham, that is called a southern hemisphere, which is a dham. Now, we have to understand, we have to follow as to how within the transcendental cavity there is an 8-directional frame which is available at beginning and end, and also the same is available at the middle. It is at the middle that the 5 space content splits into a half unit bodies, and it is 19. Now it is here we have to reach. So we have to chase the flow of the transcendental content within creator's space as it manifests the creative boundary for the transcendental cavity, and within the transcendental cavity there happens a manifestation of a solid order content, transcendental content, and its chase will take us to 6 space as its origin, and it is 6 space as its origin which is being glimpsed, is being reached. It is this reach which is to be imbibed. It is this reach which is to be glimpsed. It is this reach which is to be attained. So let us sit comfortably. Let us meditate. Let us see as to how within the creator's space a directional frame is being formed, how this 8-directional frame splits the 5 space domain into the northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere, and as to how the spatial order with superimposition of a solid order is making this format as a spreadsheet where there are no boundaries. There are as many as 5 geometries, and 5th geometry of 2 space is free of all the boundary components, and then this spreadsheet is having a fluctuating origin. It is the fluctuating origin of infinitely infinite 2 space which has no beginning, there is no end, and even the middle is also fluctuating. It is this format which is being availed for the Purushottam Yoga. There is a spreadsheet. There are no boundary lines, and it being infinite, any point becomes the center. Any point can be taken as center. So it is a fluctuating origin. So the Lord is having its placement anywhere and everywhere. It is this anywhere, everywhere feature. This is to be comprehended well. Once we will be having a firm comprehension of an infinite spreadsheet, no boundary lines, and every point is its center as a fluctuating center, then and only then we will be appreciating, and then and only then we will be parallel with this Purushottam Yoga format. Thank you very much.